Namaste, Vanakkam and humble pranams. You're watching Sunday Sadhana, your favorite Hindu magazine program on SABC2. As the 17th International Climate Change Conference gets underway in Durban, Sunday Sadhana recently caught up with a few organizations who are actively involved in conservation of the environment. We join members of the Brahmakumaris World Spiritual University, look at a school that has already set a precedent in conservation, and end with an exciting climate change youth program inspired by the Hindu Youth Network. Environmental harmony has always been at the core of the spiritual framework of the Brahmakumaris World Spiritual University. And today we take a look at some simple but effective strategies implemented by the organization towards reducing their carbon footprint.
Rama is a world university that helps people understand themselves better. So we teach moral and spiritual values. We realize that everyone is intrinsically a very pure and peaceful being. We've been starting to recycle paper, so we introduced the Mondi bin, and the center has become a hub where when devotees come or students come on a Sunday or on a weekly basis, they actually bring their paper and then we recycle it. Just understanding that all our resources are limited, we've actually started putting water in tanks and trying to use old water. For example, water from one's washing machine can be stored and used in the garden. If you think about Hinduism, people look at it as a way of life. And within our life, we actually interact with nature, the 5 elements. And so what we get from life, we should also give in return, respect it. So the earth is supporting us, the sun is giving us warmth, the water is nourishing the earth and feeding us. And each of those things in return needs to be appreciated. And so our love and care and respect towards them is also part of our, in a sense, thanksgiving. And so if all of us as citizens of this earth could be more aware of the elements that are serving us, to give it the love and respect, so in turn creating a harmonious relationship. But I feel like, we are so aware of the law of karma. Whatever we put in, we get a return. So if we respect water, we will always have enough. And so if we realize that every time we throw things in the bin, we're actually increasing the emission of CO2. And each one of us has to become more mindful as to what we buy. Can that be used again? Can that actually be something we can recycle? Or is it something that's just going to create more waste? Each one of us has a responsibility to make a choice whether they waste or they can recycle. One of the things that we realize that when we plant things, if we use artificial sprays to kill insects, that actually goes back into the environment and hurts the environment. So there are natural things like marigolds, thyme, chilies. All of these things also repel insects. And so if we plant that between the vegetables, then it actually creates or plays the role as a disinfectant. I even found out that if you make a solution of garlic and onion and you spray that, you'll definitely get rid of the ants and insects. Even every time you get into your car, you're actually creating more carbon dioxide. So each one of us must think about how we can reduce our carbon footprint. We are 7 billion people on this earth. If each one of us save 1 liter of water, it's 7 billion liters saved. And so as a collective, we can make an enormous change, that when I change, the world can change. And so we encourage individuals to be motivated and empowered to make choices that can actually make a difference on a global level. And so I invite each one of you to plant a tree in your home or in a garden or in a school with that aim that one tree can make a difference.
Welcome back to Sunday Sadhana. The recent COP17 discussions have inspired the participation of a host of organizations and schools as well. Inspired by the example of a school going green, the Hindu Youth Network worked with another school to host an educational yet exciting climate change youth event, and Sunday Sadhana joined in to learn more.
At Beacon Ridge Primary School, right from the outset, we attempted to become a school that is self-sufficient. What really prompted us to start this eco-culture, this permaculture, this eco-school, to become an eco-school and to become an environmental-friendly school, is this quotation by the father of the nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela Madiba, who once said, "Education is that great engine for personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a farmer could become a doctor. It is through education that the son of a mine worker can become the head of that mine. And it is through education that the child of a peasant can become the president of a nation. It is what we make out of what we have and not what we are given that separates one person from the other." And everybody speaks about climate change, global warming, and as an educator, I need to make my educators as well as my learners conscious. I need to make them aware of the dangers that are presently facing our planet. We are indeed sitting on a time bomb in terms of a planet that is in peril. So COP17, in terms of conscientizing and bringing about an awareness on an international level, is definitely a step in the right direction in terms of the entire world becoming eco-friendly.
Inspired by Mr. Vayapuri's initiatives in going green and his adherence to Hindu philosophy of all is one, a dynamic group of young people recently held an exciting and vibrant environmental day at the neighboring Dawn Ridge Primary School. Creativity, imagination, and artistic skills were on show to promote the concept of reusing and saving Mother Earth. The Hindu Youth Network organized a day of fun and learning for all involved.
According to Hindu thought, the divine and nature are not separate entities from each other. They are the one and the same. There is no distinction between the divine and nature. They are both manifestations of that one absolute reality. We believe strongly that we are products of the environment, and the environment is really an extension of the human being. If one looks at some of the basic tenets in Hinduism, like the 5 elements. Some people refer to them as the Panjabhutangal, or the 5 elements, that's air, ether, fire, water, and earth. Then I see there is fire. They are all manifestations of the divine energy of the mother. When the Hindu looks at earth, he doesn't just refer to it as earth as such, but he has the utmost reverence and the utmost respect, and he calls her Mother Earth. all great journeys commenced with one single step.
Isn't it exciting when little hands and little feet set examples for us to follow? Simple living and higher thinking have always formed the bedrock of Hindu philosophy. So their future just means a little care from us. So think more and travel less, live more and eat less, reuse, recycle and enjoy your sadhana. Until next week, Om Shanti.